We are in our DIY E350 adventure van headed down the Northern California coast on our way to San Francisco. It's not all fun and games though. We got plenty of challenges along the way.
Immediately went flat. Not really sure how to keep track of the days for you all. We're at Sumag State Park and it is Wednesday. So Casey's on his morning calls. I'm putting the bed away and I need to fold some laundry that I did at the campground yesterday. This spot's incredible because it's right next to the path down to the water, so I'm really stoked. It was the last one available and we just really lucked out. I'm gonna fold some laundry now. It's funny to have such epic things happening amongst mundane everyday things. From here we are headed to San Francisco. Last night Casey booked us a RV park kind of outside of the city. That way we'll be able to spend all day Saturday in the city. We just need to make our way from here to there in time, which means tonight and tomorrow night we'll be somewhere along the way.
Trust my mama, you're no match for my bad karma.
It's another day of coastal van travel and we are in Old Town, Eureka, California. And I just had to turn the camera on and tell you all that I just parallel parked the van in a spot that it's so crazy to be able to fit this thing places. They do have very generous parallel spots here. We're at the Humboldt Bay Coffee Company because I'm almost out of coffee beans, so I'm gonna go get a bag of beans. Fresh roasted today, medium roast Mexico beans.
They smell good.
They do smell good.
Yep.
Yep.
Beans procured. It's always nice when we can actually find like
having beans locked down.
Real coffee.
It was $15 for a pound and a 12-ounce bag of Starbucks. Shit, coffee was like $24 at that store in
at a very overpriced grocery store.
Oregon.
Yeah. We never film in the van.
We should though, because it's dope and cozy.
You're in the best spot. You can sit there and reach everything.
Fridge. Check. Underwear. Check. Dishes. Check. Berkey. But I'm not cooking, you know. Sink. Yeah, this is the spot. Like
it's the outlets. Spot. I'm actually in the ideal spot because I can't reach anything and I just say, can I have this? Can I have that? Can you give me this?
May I have some sparkling water, please?
Henry recently acquired the 4th Ninja Turtle, so he's in the zone here.
I bribed him to go into the cold water in Oregon because he really was filthy because it was just like a very dirt-heavy campsite.
He got in his swimsuit and wanted to swim. It's not like you made him get in the water.
I didn't like throw him in the water.
You just encouraged him to go all the way in.
He just only got knee deep and he had like literally been eating dirt all day and just had dirt face. He looked like a coal miner.
What happens?
This is where we could boat life. Cold as all the time.
We almost bought a boat once. I don't think we told you guys because we were so on the fence about it.
We mentioned it in one video.
Before we bought the van.
That van was almost a boat. Cool spot.
He just wants to sit down.
He's just ready to read his graphic novel.
Okay, we explored Eureka a little. It's so cute here. And we're headed out to our campsite now. You forgot the tools to change a tire?
Yeah, I took the jack out of the back and did not get it put back in. So that explains why that was progressively getting worse. I was having some handling issues. It didn't like blow out, but here we are with a flat on the back.
What's that? Is it just cooling down or is that the tire?
That's the tire.
What's that sound?
Yeah, it's slow leaking.
Slow?
Well, the rest of it.
I'm glad you pulled over when you did.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was, yeah. So we have a spare. We're going to have to get some roadside assistance out here to help us change. It's too heavy to jack up anyway. We'll be all right.
Yeah, it was getting real squirrely. He was like, I can't keep it going straight. I'm gonna pull off and look at it. Immediately went flat.
One barn.
Fun. We're getting a tow, apparently. I hope we're packed down well.
Apparently not bringing the tools was a mistake. But here we go. New tires in our future.
He's gonna tow us to the tire shop. I have a feeling Casey's gonna be like, don't even get that spare down. Give me 5 new ones.
Forward me a little bit.
Look at that poor flat tire. So smooth.
Me a little. Give her a bump and I'll holler at you when to start. Stop. Go ahead. Go for it. Run it up. Got the levers here. It's just like in snow running. He's gonna let you lift it up. Push that one right there. Just a little bit down. What do you think, kiddo, riding in the big truck?
A little different view from up here.
It is.
Yeah.
I can hear the water tank
Not having
sloshing.
the jack, it's easier just go straight.
I get it, yeah.
Right, I mean, it's
Well,
a mile.
I mean,
We got towed to a tire shop and they put our spare on and put the broken tire where the spare was. And we're back on our way. We're on Highway 1, which is very slow, kind of fortunately. I'm not excited to have to like push hard on that tire. We're staying in Fort Bragg tonight. We're just trying to make it there. And then I think we're gonna try to look for some new tires. So Casey's planning on calling a tire shop in the morning and just seeing what they have and if they can get us in.
there's mismatched tires.
They're mismatched. He's been planning to get new tires kind of since we bought the van. It's been on his mind. And actually last week when we started the trip, he was like thinking about wanting to do it and like get new tires. You like almost stopped somewhere, and I was like, no, why?
I was looking at wheels and tires in Winnemucca.
Yeah. Yeah. We've acquired a rattle. It started in the desert when the humidity went away and the boards all shrank. It's the board underneath the cabinet. I got back there while we were driving one day, totally with my seatbelt on, so magically, and put my head down there to find where the sound was coming from. It's bored under the cabinet. The view, we're gonna get stopped at this little construction thing, but like for the first time ever in our lives, it's like
Scenic.
gonna be great. Cause look at the ocean. It's oceaning and there's big rocks and seagulls.
Check it out, Henry.
Dang. Other window.
That way, bro.
The ocean.
Good morning. We're still in Fort Bragg at some sort of coastal park.
Headlands.
The Headlands Trail. Parked up here by the trailhead. We got up this morning and visited 2 tire shops. The first one did not have tires that fit the van, but they could order anything we wanted. but it was gonna take 2 business days. It's Thursday, we'd be here till Monday. We didn't want to live in Fort Bragg for the rest of our lives. So we said, okay, we'll try another shop down the road. He recommended to us. I went and I was like, hey, do you have anything that fits this van? And he said, well, I got some all-terrains. And I was like, that's what I want. I always put all-terrains on our rigs. And we got these are Hercules X Ventures. He said he keeps them in stock. They're made by Cooper Tires, which I like. And yeah, I did a quick research on them. They're quiet all-terrains, like they've been really quiet on the highway, but they've got a really awesome tread pattern. No problem bombing up forest roads in these things. And yeah, they had them in stock, so we can do them right now. And so we did it. No longer stressed about getting a flat tire on the old tires on this thing. Some of them were very old, they were mismatched. 4 brand new tires. I was gonna do that anyway. I think it looks great. And honestly, I think we could lift the van and they'd still look really good because they're just really, really big tires, good tread pattern.
Wow, that's really pretty, huh? Henry and I are just on a little hike here while Casey gets some work done after our morning got eaten up by tire replacement, which actually went very quickly. We've been really lucky. There's a sea glass beach down here. The whole shore is like sea glass, so it would be cool to see. Somehow we're in some very tall grass all of a sudden. Henry, this grass is taller than you.
It's not.
If I were like over there, I wouldn't be able to see you.
Paige and Henry have just informed me that they accidentally hiked themselves all the way back to town and need a rescue. So we're gonna go get them.
We hiked too far and called for rescue. Thank you, Casey, for rescuing us.
You're welcome.
We also stopped in this really cute little outdoor store and got ourselves a new pan. We've been on the lookout for a single burner pan because, oh yeah, this one. We have our big griddle and we have a pot and we have a tea kettle. And sometimes it would be really nice in the morning when you're brewing, boiling water for coffee to have another pan on the other side and fry an egg or something. So. Yeah. We just knew we wanted something kind of like outdoor specific so that it would have this handle that's like removable and be really collapsible.
So it could fit in the
because
cabinet.
of our limited storage. And so we found one that's stainless steel, which is ideal for us. We knew we didn't want cast iron, that would be too bulky. We don't like nonstick, so this is perfect.
That's really slick.
Go that
And then
way?
you lock it in.
Nice.
Crunch. Now it's on there.
That's
Now you're
so
flipping
nice.
omelets.
We got to support a little local store that's like selling outdoor gear, and we really like doing that. So that was cool. And Casey also got a knife. He forgot his knife, so now we have a van dedicated one.
I'm a huge fan of these Mora knives. They're like really, really good. They're sharp from the factory. I've never even sharpened my other one. I've had it forever and ever and ever. It's my black one that I carry all the time. And so now we got a van dedicated one since I left my others at home.
The green one stays in the van, guys. Oh, does it have the little fire starter that goes in the handle?
Came with a little paracord, and yeah, there's a fire starter in the handle, so you can shank it off.
That's so cool.
This goes in the hilt.
What a nice little emergency
Walks
thing
in
to
like
have.
that. Look at that. Love it. I love a good camp knife. We have been missing out.
Hooray! Thanks to, I think it's literally called the Outdoor Store.
The outdoor store.
In, where are we? Bragg. Fort Bragg.
We'll go to Santa Clara, or you can meet me on the Riviera. A little place where we can live forever. We'll have a private little piece of heaven. I said, give me a reason why I should take it or leave it. Why don't you just give me a reason why I should take it or leave it. Oh, you would never believe it. I said, alright.
It almost looks like stone. There's a little Mountain Dew bottle. This is a Dr. Pepper bottle. Some of this is rock. Most of it's glass. That's cool.
That's super cool. This was really cool. I'm glad we stopped. There wasn't as much sea glass as I expected, and I think it really is enough tourists come pick it up. Very cool though, and it's still like tons of it, just not as much as I expected.
Yeah.
The beach does look different in lots of places, but it's really neat to see those like
It's amazing how
really
much
unique things.
it's changed since Crescent City. It's
Yeah.
about 10 degrees warmer here.
It's much nicer weather and like, yeah, this is much
The
prettier.
water's a lot.
We are just slowly moving south. We're one town down in Mendocino and we're stopping for lunch. Casey's got a little bit more work to wrap up for this day, and then we'll keep tracking and figure out where we're gonna actually stay tonight. We got a lunch spot with a view.
75 megabit internet.
I'm gonna show you my new favorite snack. It's really simple. It's rice cakes. Right now I've got the chocolate kind. They're so good. They have little tiny chocolate chips in them. Okay, and you just kind of break it in half. And then you get your yogurt. Any kind. And you eat it with the rice cake like this. That's it. It's so good. We don't know where we're going tonight. Is that what you're working on?
Working on it.
On the computer, when you search camping in Google, it brings up hotels.
Yeah. It's annoying.
That does not happen anywhere else. Bodega Bay. Ish.
Yeah, that's gonna set us up for heading to San Francisco on Friday. Tomorrow. We're gonna Uber or public transit into the city so that we're not trying to drive the van around or park the van anywhere that might not be like super safe. Quite high. We're no longer at 40 feet elevation.
No, I think we're good at least 500 feet above the ocean.
Yeah, look at that wall of... I mean, it's beautiful. I'm being a baby right now because it's kind of like scary, but the whole entire drive has been so incredibly beautiful. We didn't fall off a cliff. We made it to camp. We're having kind of a easy night with just heating up some leftovers on the stove. Tried out our new pan. It worked really well. And I'm gonna try a cleaning experiment. Our bins that we got are really dirty. Henry's climbed on them. We've sat on them. We've like dropped food on them and stuff. So I'm gonna try cleaning one of them.
I don't think they're going to be able to hear you because we're camped on Generator Island. It's dinner time. The microwaves are out in full force, everybody. Can't be air conditioning. It's freaking 59 degrees right now. Is it working?
I don't think we'll know till it dries, you know?
Yeah.
It looks good right now, but it's all wet, so it could still kind of dry with some stain marks. I'm gonna let it dry in the sun, get the extra bleaching power of that, and we'll see what happens.
How cool. Look at that, Henry. Any quarters? It's fun just to try it.
In the van we have quarters.
It's been so long.
We
I used to know that.
we could call Grandma and tell her not to be alarmed when she gets called by a payphone, that we're not in any trouble.
The buttons are
And then
super
call.
stuck. And
It doesn't have a. Does it have a dial tone?
no, it didn't have a dial tone even when I dialed 1. May 2008. There was still a phone book and they were still updating it. That's a lot more recently than I thought. It's crazy how quickly those like just faded away. Kind of trips me out. My grandma used to have these. You could get a phone number from the phone company. I'm talking to the kids. I know there are some folks watching who know this already. For the kids who are watching, kids, ask your parents what an actual phone is. You could get, like, through the phone companies, you could get a toll-free number for people to make inbound long-distance calls. You would dial a 1-800 number and then star and then a code, like you're dialing into a Zoom meeting, basically. Yeah, and it made it where you could dial toll-free. That's what toll-free meant. You could dial from a payphone with no toll. You could call, and I could, anytime we were traveling, I had the number, I had a little card in my wallet or whatever, and I could pick up a payphone, and I could dial the number, and I could always make a long distance call back home, and it would go to, you know, my family's bill. It would go to our home phone bill if you called the number. Anyway, I thought it was cool. So I used to use these all the time when I was young and traveling to call someone back home. Vibe capture. Ooh. Feeling lit now.
Oh, hi!
Oh, hello there.
Good morning. Today we're going to drive through San Francisco on our way to a campground outside of the city. Tomorrow we're going to transport ourselves into the city and spend all day in San Francisco. Being very touristy, I want to see everything.
Paige grew up in San Francisco. Have you told him that?
I'm sure I've mentioned that. I grew up there. I lived there collectively for 8 years in my like elementary school years. Never falls asleep anymore. He's 7 now. Oh, look what he's doing right now. We're about to go across the Golden Gate Bridge.
It's 8 miles away.
I'm gonna have to wake him up.
Yeah, he can't miss this.
He was like, is this it? And we're on like a regular bridge. Like, he's stoked for it. We're actually just gonna blow through and get to camp.
It's like it's gonna be super fun.
We just stopped real quick at the house that I lived in for the first chunk of my childhood in San Francisco, and we're driving through the neighborhoods. It's kind of crazy.
My van's bigger than your van.
It's gonna be really good to get out of the van tomorrow
We're
and
about to lose a
be...
cabinet with a bunch of dishes on it. It's not the brake. Hello from the Bay Area. When we were pulling into our spot here, I saw a little trickle of smoke on the mountain, and I thought, man, that looks like it could be a wildfire. Check it out now. It's rolling. So I just looked it up. It's got a name. They just named it. It just started today. I mean, just a couple hours ago. It's called the Creek Fire, and it's not too far from here. Just in between these two mountains right there. But the wind's blowing, you know, away from where we are right now towards it, and so it's not really blowing this direction. But we're gonna be watching that very closely. That's the update. It's windy as f. Not good for fires. Not good for us hanging out either. We're kind of hanging in the van.
Trying to find out who vends at the Ferry Plaza Farmers Market tomorrow morning.
Sweet. What's up, Henry? What are you working on?
So, you wouldn't be one of the cars in the Bro Club cars?
In the Bro Club?
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
call.
I'll join the Bro Club. Which do I get to pick any of those cars?
There's 3. Tree Rover, Dust Granter, or Concrete Swerver.
All right, Concrete Swerver sounds cool. I'll take that.
This is Concrete
That's Concrete Swerver. Perfect. Thank you. This is our first dinner in the van, I think, right? Everyone?
We're just being babies about the wind.
Yeah, it's like 65 outside, but it's a constant 20-mile-an-hour wind, and like my face is just frozen from standing out there and cooking dinner. Henry's got a runny nose.
I really don't like wind. I've never.
No.
It's like a one weird.
This is the coldest I've been on this trip, and it's been much colder and wetter and stuff like that, but it's just this unrelenting wind that will not stop. Yeah, so we're gonna have dinner in the rig, and I'm stoked about it because I'm not going back out there.
Yeah, I feel like we're cleaned up pretty well, and there's like room to do this right now.
So, good morning from the bay. We're headed to San Francisco. What do you think, Henry? Henry's ready.
Look how handsome he is today.
He's a city boy. We're about to catch an Uber to the BART station and spend all day wearing our shoes out. I did not wear the right shoes for this. Probably get to get new shoes today.
Or some insoles.
Or some insoles. To the city, to the train.
Travel the world together, babe. Travel the world.
The next station is South Hayward.
Together, babe. Travel the world together. Up in the mountains, down by the seaside. Doesn't really matter, long as I'm with you. All of our worries fade in sunshine, and we'll be happy one day at a time. Travel the world.
We hung out in the farmer's market for a minute. Henry really wanted donuts and they didn't have any in there. But we're in the city, so we just Googled donuts and there's some across the street. So that's where we're going. That's pretty good.
Nothing makes me happier than your hand in mine. We'll be together and have a beautiful life. Travel the world together, babe. Travel the world together. Travel the world together, babe. Travel the world together. Up in the mountains, down by the seashore. Doesn't really matter, long as I'm with you. All of our worries fade in the sunshine, and we'll be happy
What do you think of that?
for the rest of our lives.
Oh, sweet coconut.
You ready, dude?
Yeah.
Mom, you ready? Did you used to write this when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Like all the time?
Yeah.
We're like 6 blocks from Paige's childhood home. Maybe a little bit further than that. This was her playground and park. Does it remind you of the one in New Orleans?
Yeah, kind of.
I like that
You good?
Wow! You're going.
Oh, you're gonna start way up high. Oh, you're gonna be at the top? Oh, you're gonna be at the bottom. Oh, it's stopping. Oh, wait, are you gonna be at the top?
Yay!
Oh, you're gonna be at the bottom.
Hey! No!
One, two. Oh, you're right in the middle. Alright, you need help getting down?
Get down.
We have San Francisco'd hard today. We're just leaving Golden Gate Park and walking to a little seafood restaurant for dinner. Hello, Henry. So we're gonna get some dinner even though we're not hungry because we ate a shitload of Chinese food in Chinatown today. Then we're gonna start figuring out how we get an hour and 20 minutes back to our van that is in the East Bay.
Yeah, how do you want to do that tonight?
I don't know, maybe we'll just Uber straight there and pay the price, or I don't know, we'll have to look at the prices.
Yeah.
You haven't proven yourself to be most reliable with a map today.
I'm really bad at navigating, like really bad at it.
If anybody can.
There is like maybe 2 places I can drive in my city that I live in without turning the map on. And the map here, like,
This is like
it's kind of disorienting.
the number of times you pull up your map and you were like, we're here, that's there, so we go this way. And I'm like, well, yeah, if that's north on the map and that's north the way we're facing.
I don't know. I will rely on Henry to be better at navigating the beach. So he's learning. We're gonna go get donuts now. I think it's 2 blocks
For the second
away.
time today.
Yeah, and we're actually gonna get donuts for dessert. And then also donuts to go for like in the morning.
Yeah, but it's on rails. But there's like the blue ones, the green ones, they go down to the beach.
Choose what you want. Regular flavor.
Regular chocolate?
I'm getting the last maple there. You had your Jeep brought in?
Yeah.
So we can
Looks like it
camp
doesn't.
side by side?
No, it's a different Jeep.
I know.
I'm happy to report we have San Francisco'd and the van is still here. Hello, the van. We'll see you guys in the morning.
It's cold. We just want to cozy up in bed and eat these donuts.
We've just been like...